Hello. How's everybody doing? We are back in the Situation Room. And today we are going to talk about a situation that we see from afar, but many of us are all too familiar with. All too familiar with, right? So we are going to talk about comparing your marriage to others. Comparing your marriage to others. Obviously, we are jumping right in on the Lori Harvey and the Michael Jordan situation and their breakup, which caught most of us by surprise. I know I got a lot of your comments this week, and you were like, I saw it coming. It was too perfect. It looked staged. And, all those things may well be true, but let's talk about you because sometimes we compare things. Sometimes the grass looks greener and we don't realize it's got to be mowed too. So this is interesting because I've had couples come in, let's say Lori and Jack, right? And they come in and they're talking about their marriage and they feel it's underachieving. They're not happy. And I'll say, well, Lori and Jack, what happened? Well, our marriage is okay. But boy, when I see the Joneses, when I see the Smiths, the Browns, whoever, it seems like they're happier. It seems like they're doing all the right things. They're keeping the fires burning, but we're not. How many of you have ever been in that situation where you said the grass does look greener? It is greener. I know I saw it, right? Fair, fine, not a problem. But you don't know what you're really comparing to. So, one of the most mind blowing experiences I had probably happened in the first year of me being a therapist. As I got more successful, more high profile people started coming. And I started to notice there was this segment of the population. You may be out there listening to me now. These very beautiful, accomplished, high power couples, or maybe not so high power, the most high powered in their group, or they look like they are. And you know this couple. You know this couple. You might be this couple. I call it the perfect dance, right? When you go out to an event, they do their perfect dance. I mean, they finger food each other. They complete each other's sentences. Oh, let me get that for you. No, baby, let me get that for you, right? And everything is bay. And it's a love fest. And nothing's wrong with that. I think you should always put on your best foot, even in conflict when you go out. I'm talking about something different. So these couples would come, and boy, it was interesting because in the first 15 minutes, they would just talk about nothing. I'd be like, look, y'all, we got about 45 minutes to go here. Let's just jump into it. And instantly, they would go into what was really going on. And you realize everyone's got problems. It doesn't matter where they work, where they live. You know, some of the most challenged couples I have live in these big mansions and they're not speaking to each other. So I just recognize that, boy, as a couple, sometimes things aren't like they seem. And no matter what, couples have problems. So these couples would do what I call the perfect dance. One in particular told me, we didn't speak 2 weeks before the event. The event was one of their friends' parties. And we didn't speak that day. We didn't speak the whole way there. But the moment we got there, it was like on. Like someone sprayed some vapor or something over us, right? And we're the power couple now, power couple vapor. And they said, but when they got back after they walked to the car holding hand in hand and his coat over her shoulders, they didn't speak all the way home and they didn't speak the next week. And they were like, what do we do? We're alone in our marriage and we don't know how to get help because we don't want to come off the pedestal. We like the way people treat us. And that's fine. Everyone likes to be admired. I'm saying to you, if you're alone, realize you're not alone. If you feel you're alone, everybody's dealing with something. So I challenge you to get help and don't compare yourself to other couples because, as they say, just when you catch up with the Joneses, they refinance. They refinance. So every couple has a unique set of problems. So I kind of think of it this way as I go. Jack and Jill. Jack marries Jill. Y'all remember them? They went up the hill. Yada yada yada. One day they get married. Jill takes him to the company party. Never realized how boring Jack was as the night goes on, boy, he's a wallflower. She fantasizes. She thinks Jamal. Now that Jamal, he's not boring at all. In fact, he'd be the life of the party. And then she remembers, hey, he drinks, and boy, after about two, three, or four, ooh, he's the butt of the jokes in the party. So she moves on to Justin. Oh, that Justin. Boy, he always has these designer shirts with these very nice handcuffs in them. And he shows up in his exotic suits and exotic cars. And she starts to think, yeah, that looked good. Everybody knows what a guy who was going somewhere, right? Or had arrived. And then it hits her. He's a workaholic. Maybe he doesn't show up. I say that to say we all have our challenges, and that's okay. If you need help, get help. Anyways, this is Dr. Shane. I thank you for joining me. And you need help, get help, but realize you are not alone. And I will see you Friday at noon.